7, I also was a raft guide in India, and every day the Indian guides would come and say, oh, today we're going rafting. I'd say, no, we're not. 1 billion Indians are wrong, and 4 million New Zealanders are right. We do things my way. Yes. First of all, when you sit in the boat, you sit here on the side of the boat. This is not for sitting on. If you sit here, you can't paddle. All you can do is go like that, and you'll splash me or you'll splash Eddie, and we don't like that. So you have to sit here on the side of the boat. If you want to get splashed, if you want lots of water in your face, this seat or this seat, that's the wet ride. So if you're up here, you're probably the most excited about going rafting. You want to get to the rapids before the second person. You can get there even faster. Sit like this.
Oh, wow.
This is not the best idea. You are steering the boat. Makes life very difficult for your guide, and almost certainly when we get to the first wave, you'll fall in. We have to rescue you. We need you back in your seat. If you're not so excited about going rafting, you're a little bit nervous, someone made you come along today, such as your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, or your mother-in-law said, come and see me, sit in one of these seats. It's much easier to stay in the raft if you're in the second, third, or fourth row. And the reason is, if you sit here, you can put your toes under there, and it stops you from falling out of the boat. Make sure it's just your toes, not to here, okay? If you're sitting on the right side, put your right toes under. If you're sitting on the other right side, put your other right toes under. There's also another place here that you can put your toes in, so you can be like this. Make sense? Okay, everyone's got one of these things. This is a weapon. It's the most dangerous thing on the river today, apart from the guides and the other raft company. This little thing here is called the dentist's best friend. What normally happens is you're sitting in the boat like this, you're looking at the scenery, you're talking to your friends, and then your guide says you forward paddle, and off you go, and you're having a great. These people are not having a good time, so you need to keep your hand on top of the paddle. Once we're on the water, like this. I talk with my hands all the time. When I'm rafting, I only talk with this hand. If I need to pick my nose, reach my bottom, that hand, okay? This one stays here, this one like this, nice and comfortable. This doesn't help. If you hold it here, you have to reach a long way, doesn't help, nice and comfortable. Very difficult to show you how to paddle while we're here on the grass. But a couple more things. First of all, the big yellow part at this end, that's completely waterproof. You won't hurt it if you put it all the way in the river. We have 8 rafting commands, and we will teach you 8 rafting commands. Really, we rely on the 2 main ones, forwards, stop. So when your guide says you forward paddle, you lean forwards with arms nice and straight. Put the whole paddle in the water, sit up like this, long, steady, rocky motion, forward paddle. The opposite is back paddle, or all back, whack, 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 whack. This hand here, like this. When Eddie or I think you've done enough paddling, not before, we say stop. When we say stop, take the paddle out of the water, sit just like this. Don't put the brakes on. We try to drift in position. Forwards, back, stop. Everything else about paddling, we teach you on the river. From where we start, there's almost 100 yards before we get to the first really big waterfall. So by the time we're at the edge, staring into the gaping chasm at the jagged rocks 20 meters below, 20 meters, you'll be experts. There is no waterfall. No waterfall. Now, the question we get asked every day is, will I fall out of the boat? You have to ask me. Well, I don't know. Ask me at the end of the raft trip and I'll let you know. Though you probably have a little clue. If you fall out, you'll be much wetter than the people who didn't fall out. It's no problem if you end up in the river, but I have 4 simple rules I'd like you to remember, and this is the important stuff. Don't panic. Keep your feet up. Hold your paddle. Listen to the guide. Number one, don't panic. It's water. It's the same thing you girls shower in twice a day. It's the same thing you guys do the dishes in once a month. Yeah. Just say to yourself a couple of times, be cool, be cool. You will be. It's really cold in the river. Make sure you say, be cool, with your mouth shut. You go under the water for the first few seconds. So you just go, By the time you've done that, you should come up right beside the boat, going at the same speed. If the other people like you, they'll pull you into the raft. If you find out halfway through a rapid today, nobody likes you and you're on your own, you're probably from Austria, the second thing to remember is to keep your feet up. So, number one, don't panic and be cool. Number two, never stand up in the river. Every raft guide in the world will tell you this. Don't stand up. Every river in the world is full of big rocks. Here in Europe, there's an added bonus. There's old cars, old trains, all sorts of stuff. Don't stand up. If your feet get caught, suddenly you're face down. You'll miss the really good barbecue today. What I want you to do, if nobody rescues you in the rapids, float along like this, feet first for the rocks, and push off with your feet. Number three, bring your paddle back. Don't panic, keep your feet up, hold on to the paddle. This is our ticket home. If we all fell out in the first rapid and just threw our paddles away, we'd have lots of trouble in the second rapid. We would have lots of trouble getting the raft there. So you have to bring it back. The reason you want this, it makes your arm nice and long. You can reach back to the boat and they will try and help you. If you're sitting here and someone there falls out, now it's okay to take your hand off so you can help them. Just go like this. Hey, oh, hey, oh, well, grab my paddle. They won't answer. They've had a big fright. They're going to come up like this. After two, hey, grab my paddles, you put it in their mouth and you twist it like that and you pull them back. Let's not do that. No. Number four, most important, listen to the guide. Don't panic, it's water. Keep your feet up, there's rocks. Bring the paddle back, the 50 francs plus taxes. Listen to us. We have lots of good things to tell you if you fall out today, such as get back in. That's my favorite. We have whistles to get your attention. If you hear the whistle, look at us. We're trying to tell you something. It can be very noisy. Maybe you can't hear us, but you can see us. And if you see us point like that, and then we wave two hands at you like that, you can throw the paddle away and swim where we're pointing. The faster we do that one, the faster you do that one. Try to help yourself. As a last resort, I have a rescue rope. So there is 20 meters of rope in here. If you're a long way from the boat, I can throw you the rope. So I hold on to my end and I throw that near you. If I miss, don't say, all bad luck, have another turn. You have to swim over and hold the rope. Hold the rope, don't hold the bag. There is still 18.5 meters. Eventually you'll be 20 meters away. There's a sign comes out in 5 languages. It says, I told you to hold the rope, stupid. All you have is the bag, you hold the rope. Secret with this, like this, feet up for the rocks. I'll pull you back that way. The water is here, you can breathe. If you want to make sure I'm holding on, you roll over and look at me. All the water goes in your mouth, out your bottom, your wetsuit explodes, you go like a jet ski. No, I'm serious. No. So if we yell at you, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Much better off on your own. This is not the correct way to hold it. This is also not the correct way to hold it. Unless you're from Austria. Is anyone here from Austria? Yeah. Always worried I'm talking too fast for them. Yeah. I have never thrown one of these to anybody rafting in Switzerland. Very unusual for one person to fall out. If you do fall out, you have to help each other to get back in. It's very difficult for me to run to the front, pull someone in, run to the back. So help each other. When you help someone, you have to stand up. Don't stand up here. Like this. Reach down. Hold their life jacket here like this and just fall over backwards. You have a new friend. Don't pull people in with one of these. These just come off. Don't use the two fingers up the nose. It works. It hurts. People sit there going, I don't want the pallet anymore. Don't use the helmet. The strap will break. You just get the... I had a lot more when I started. I had a mullet. Never mind. So life jackets only. Does that make sense? Most of the time, 99% of the time, we're doing forwards and stop. And that's it. Happy? Okay, so the plan will be that Eddie and I will take this boat and you two, everyone else in the other boat, and you follow us closely. I'm going to take the... You guys. Okay, so you'll have to come with me. I know it's not your first